2 is better than 1.
I gotta drink water.
Dehydration.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. We are at the gym right now in this cute little bathroom setup. They have like a little hallway thing in between here and the bathroom, and I feel that everyone takes like their selfies here. Most likely. So this video is going to be just me talking. So I would say if you're cooking, just start listening. You don't have to watch the entire video of me just sitting here. If you're driving, this would be a great clip to listen to while you're driving. Doing cardio, or if you don't want to just listen to me talk, like that's fine too. So I'm going to have Lucas give me a word, and this is going to be a great way for me to practice going off of a thought and trying to sustain the overall theme of that word so that I can continue to improve my speaking skills. And I would say there isn't a better time to do that than right now because I'm extremely exhausted. Did not sleep really well last night. There was a loud noise at my apartment, therefore Daisy flew off of me, scared the shit out of her, and then also I was also scared the fire alarm. So yeah, I went to bed. What time did you go to bed?
5
a.m.? No, you're lying. We were texting at 6:30.
6:30.
You're a camper. So I think I went to bed at like 7, and then I was woken up. So yeah, Lucas, give me a word.
Grit.
Oof. Okay.
Hard work. Same thing.
Alright, you guys, the word is grit. I have a few problems with the word grit. I think people are convinced that they actually have grit because they work hard at one thing. But I also find most people, I would say in this day and age in life, to be a bit delusional. So therefore, we have people that are very average, that live average lives, that treat people either average or like shit. And then these people are the ones that actually convince themselves and then others that they actually have grit. That's my one, I'd say one problem with grit. My next problem with grit is that the ones that are always telling you that they have grit usually probably don't have grit. I typically would say when I write captions, I'm not writing about how much I have grit. I'm more so trying to paint an overall picture and story about honestly the way that my life goes. I'm not trying to front. I'm not trying to mislead you. I believe that some people purposely try to misunderstand me because they want to make my lifestyle and my mentality and my mindset and my actions a problem. But in reality, I'm just doing what it takes to actually succeed and to win on a much higher level than what I'm winning at now. And I find that people, when they follow me, or maybe when they followed me years ago, I don't really typically look at every comment, or so I don't have a lot of time for that. But sometimes I do see comments, and it's always the comments that stick out to me. Typically the negative comments, I would say, always stick out to me, but it's always the way that people perceive me to be toxic for being extreme. But to be honest with you, I find toxic people to be extreme with their behavior, with their actions, with how they treat other people. And I find toxic people actually make people that have grit a problem. Either they're jealous, they want to find people that are successful to be the problem when they're actually the problem. Going back to my captions, I sometimes will read comments and I will see all these comments, or women, mostly men, I'm not gonna lie, it's mostly men telling me, but there are sometimes women that will tell me, I can't follow you, you're so extreme, like, you're shifting away from fitness, I can't follow you anymore, you're not giving out enough content. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I really don't know another fitness influencer that posts workout stories how we do. I mean, in all seriousness, Lucas will actually finish his workout. He will be patient with me until I get to the gym. Sometimes, most of the time, 99.9% of the time, I'm not on time. and he will be patient with me, and he will wait for me, and he will stay here the entire duration of my workout to film me, to actually be able to put workout clips on my story so that I can still maintain having that fitness foundation for you guys to benefit from. And I don't really make any money from that. There's nothing that I actually benefit from that. It's actually just me trying to give out content and to still maintain, you know, kind of how we started doing this. And so that is actually called grit. That whole concept that I just said. And as I'm transforming myself and my brand, and you know how we're actually navigating what we're doing into, I'd say, different waters and unknown waters, and honestly unknown deep ends, I would like you guys to be a little bit more detail oriented when you're actually watching what I'm doing. I say that because I've had to have an enormous amount of grit to get to the place that I'm at now, and it's actually still not good enough. And I sometimes don't even think that I have enough grit to move to that next level. I sometimes don't even think that I have enough energy to get to that next level. I don't function like a normal human being. I don't act like a normal human being. I don't think like a normal human being. And I find that people that don't have grit want to correct me and want to give me feedback on my life, my lifestyle, the way I move in life, my actions, where I'm going. I feel that people that don't have grit are always the ones that are telling me what not to do, because they could actually never live a day in my shoes, not even for 1 second, not even for one fucking moment, to be quite honest with you. I find people that are successful to be uplifting other people that are successful, and I find people that live very average lives, and honestly a life that I would never even fathom of wanting, because it's really not something that I'm actually attracted to. I find people that have no standards, no integrity, no morals. I find those people always being the ones that are giving me an opinion as if I asked and as if I wanted it. And now here's the other thing about feedback. I know we're talking about grit, but another point I want to make about grit is being aware of the fact that most people don't have grit. So therefore, they're always going to be telling me information as if I'm stupid, or as if they're trying to teach me something that I should know. Yet, I look at their life and the way that they navigate, the way they treat people, the way they treat relationships, the way they treat those around them. I don't respect their advice. If you're not better than me, on the same level as me, you're not killing it in life. It doesn't have to be with fitness or social media. I don't give a shit about any of that. I don't give a shit about what people do for a living. You can have a career and you can actually pick, you know, something that you're passionate about, and you can have grit in that category. It doesn't have to be, you know, having grit in all the things that we're trying to do. If I don't respect you, I don't give a fuck what you're telling me. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. Most people in life do not have grit. If most people in life had grit, they would leave their 9-to-5 job, they would stop complaining about their uncomfortability, they would take more risks. The biggest problem with the generation and society as a whole these days is we have people like, you know, us millennials, and I'm just going to make this reference now. You know, we've got the baby boomers. You know, the baby boomers, they think millennials are so dumb. They want to pinpoint and ridicule and critique every decision that a millennial makes. Yet the millennials make way more money than the baby boomers. If I'm just being honest here, you know, a lot of people nowadays don't understand that to have grit, you have to take risks. You cannot just have grit and not be willing to sacrifice. You know, Lucas and I have both maxed out credit cards to do all that we're doing right now. And honestly, I haven't paid all of mine off, and he hasn't paid all of his off. I also sacrificed my degree at college. I didn't graduate. I was going to school to be a lawyer. If you're new here, I wanted to actually be a great prosecutor. And I actually think that I could have been a great prosecutor. But my point is I would have had grit being a lawyer, and I also would have had grit doing exactly what I'm doing right now. When I dropped out, I made a decision. I said to myself, you know what? I have one life right now, and it's up to me to not fail myself. And the only way that I can actually fail in life is if I choose to give up. We make success and working hard like it's like a very hard concept, and it's actually not. You can't lose unless you actually give up. It might take you 15, 20, 5 years, I don't know. It depends on your life and Honestly, if you look good, if you don't, everything matters when it comes to success, and people like to act like it doesn't, or that politics don't play, a huge role in success, and it actually does. I learned about politics when, I deserved to have, better spots and dances when I was younger, and, the parents that paid money that contributed to the dance and all these other things, they always had, the better spot. They always got, the better pick. I was always the poorest one in every scenario, in school and dance and all these things. And I learned concepts that most people did not and still do not understand today. We all shit, honestly, in the same toilet. We all do. Let's be honest here. Just because you have money doesn't mean that you don't, or that you're better than someone else. But we actually all live very differently because we either choose to be aware of our surroundings and our environment and what's working for us or what's not working for us. We actually make decisions based on those things alone. And I learned at a young age that I really wasn't going to get shit handed to me, and I learned that without having a father, without my mom being able to rely on my dad financially, I saw what it did to my mom. I saw the amount of stress that it put her under. I saw the amount of hours she worked at her job, and I swear to God, that was honestly something that really inspired me to want to have grit in my life. So every time I failed in life, and still fail, I fail all the time. Most successful people fail more than it's probably talked about, but successful people fail all the time. That's how you learn. David Goggins said a really cool thing at the seminar that we went to last time, and he said, you don't learn anything up here. You learn from being down here. And I think it's important for people that are successful to bring themselves down to that lower level of, feeling like a loser, feeling like shit, getting no sleep, because those are the moments that actually help you rise. Those are the moments that actually inspire you to actually be better and to be more and to stand up taller. No one talks about when someone actually knocks you down and you get punched in the face, and not actually physically, and I really hope not physically because that's really bad, but no one talks about having grit in the moment of when someone knocks you down and you're on the floor, and let's just say, hypothetically, you have blood all over your face and you're on the ground. You have options. You can stay down there and feel like a victim. You can also stand up and meet that person exactly where they met you, and you can also punch them in the face, or you can choose to actually stand up taller. And by choosing to stand up taller, that is having grit. You're having grit with your decisions. You're having grit with the way that you're not speaking. You're having grit with the way that you're not responding. You have grit by the way that you're not reacting just because you're mad. Having grit also requires you not to have feelings and not to always prioritize your feelings over reality and facts. One thing that I would say Lucas and I always talk about is, the responding and the reactions. The emotions cannot outweigh the truth. And that is something that I honestly learned a long time ago. And it takes a certain level of maturity and grit to not respond off of that first emotion that you face. You guys, when you want to be successful in life, you're going to have people tell you all these things that you really don't want to hear. And you're going to have people talk a lot of shit to you. You're going to have people tell you what you're not, who you are, what you're going to be in life. You're going to be a loser. There's going to be so many things and people and factors that want to kind of throw you off your rocker. And it's very important for you to practice having grit, not even in your realm of field of work. It's very important to start practicing having grit within your mind, because when you can train yourself in your mind to have grit, to choose that better option, to choose the longevity option, to not choose just the fastest way you can make money, to choose longevity, there's sacrifices for that, and it also takes an enormous amount of grit to get to that next level. So I'm going to wrap this up. How'd I do?
Great.
Really?
Yeah.
How long did I talk for?
14:30, so about 13 minutes.
Oh, that's pretty good.
You flowed. That was really good.
I was trying to get under 20 minutes.
That was really good.
All right.
It's one of your best times, flowing and speaking on a topic. I give you a B-. All
right, what can I have done to get an A?
I just think it's not a B- by what you said or how you delivered it. It's just practicing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And how you're doing it.
Yeah.
And I think the more you do it, the better you're gonna get, and that's kind of where you're at. So okay, it'd be like a B-, B, like a B-, B+, because you spoke really well.
Well, you don't have to change your.
No, but I'm saying as a
I just
whole,
I would say you're around me every day, so I just would.
I would just say that was one of the best times I think you've spoken freely, honestly.
Oh, that's good.
We do this a lot, so that was really good.
That's good.
You didn't like stray off topic, really. You were like, you did a good job at staying on like your points. Like, oh, I'm coming back to this. I'm going to circle back to this. I'm going to talk on this. And then I'm going to expand, circle back, point, fire.
You guys have, if you guys didn't know or whatever, I have ADD, and so I've actually functioned my whole life not having Adderall, and my biggest, I would say, comment that I receive from everybody around me in my inner circle and also whoever else, my biggest thing is that people tell me that I have horrible time management. And the funniest thing is I will always tell people I have horrible time management before people even tell me, but then they want to tell me more, and then they want to bring up my worst trait, and I'm not sure, maybe it makes them feel better about themselves, I'm not really sure. But, I just really don't enjoy hearing that from people that I don't respect, you know what I mean? Like, it's really weird that people tell me these things like, God, Miranda, you're just so all over the place. Well, yeah, what the fuck? What do you think this is? We're filming. What time is it? I'll tell you right now. 12:40 a.m. on a Saturday night. Please tell me who else does this. Please tell me. Yeah, I don't hear anybody answering.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, no one else does this shit. No one. No one sits at the gym, films a YouTube video. I woke up at 3:45 today because I couldn't sleep. And also the fire alarm thing, and went to bed super late, and I had to get all my macros in. Like, I don't know. I'm just functioning off of chaos. I'm a little bit delusional. But you know what? Yeah, you know what? If my time management is my worst trait, then you know what? Fuck it. I think I'm doing a great fucking job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So fuck the haters. Fuck the feedback. We fucking get it. I'm just kidding. I'd say I'm actually aware of my time management, like on all seriousness. That was like, haha, funny sarcasm, but like also truthful, because we also know that there's a lot of, truth when it comes to jokes. Don't forget that. If someone's like making a joke about you and they're like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna give you a low blow, but it's like funny, it's really not. They actually probably mean it. But anyways, I'm aware of like I'm aware of how chaotic my life is right now. And I am aware actually that my time management is probably my biggest downfall, and as someone that wants to be successful and also wants to have grit, as we continue to grow and as we continue to build a team that will stay as a team and not have to go through so many people to find a team, when we can do that, I will feel, I think, relieved. I think this will be a little bit better, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys everything that I do in a day. It's really not necessary. I think you guys can tell that I'm actually really tired. But, that's the grit, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to have grit every fucking day. I'm just trying to win. Maybe, get out of my credit card debt. Maybe retire my family. Maybe like move to California. I don't know. Yeah, Newport sounds pretty nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, let me know what you guys think about this. And also, I know that normal people have, normal people. I just said normal people, I'm not normal. Normal people have YouTube video things like intro, like, and then there's like nice little pictures and like it explains their personality. But to be honest, I think I have enough of that on my Instagram. We have enough reels.
Touché.
So we're gonna close this video. Don't know if we're under 20 minutes, but I was trying really hard to do that.
1840.
Okay, we're doing solid. Okay. All right, I still gotta do my cardio. See, let's talk about grit. I'm about to fall asleep on the fucking treadmill. Gotta get my steps in. 12,000 a day. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Make sure you subscribe.